Thanks for joining me today in the Haven Acres Storm Kitchen. I am going to show you how to make the best homemade pumpkin pie filling for your holiday pumpkin pies. We're going to start with, you guessed it, a fresh pumpkin. The first step is to wash. You're not actually eating the outside of the pumpkin, so you don't have to wash it per se, but you definitely want to rinse it to get any of the dirt off as you're going to be cutting this, and it's going to expose the inside, which you are going to be eating. A little bit of warm water should do the trick. Next, you want to dry the pumpkin for no reason other than to make it not slippery. There would be nothing worse than to slip with your knife and cut your finger. And for this process, you are definitely going to need a sharp knife. A pumpkin or a squash has a very, very thick and tough skin. Okay, I think we're good. Take a knife that is a sharp knife. You're more apt to cut yourself actually with a dull knife because you're pushing hard than with a sharp knife where you won't have to push as hard. If you can get the stem of the pumpkin snapped off, that will make your life easier when you're trying to cut it. Let's see. Oh yeah, gosh, that was easy. All right. There's no magic here, there's no science here. You simply want to cut your pumpkin in half going across this way. So where the stem is, that's the direction you want to cut it. Because my knife is super sharp, see how easy that is? All right, it's rinsed, it's dried, it's cut. Now, we're gonna scoop out the insides. We're just gonna take our spoon and we're gonna dig all of this kind of loose stuff out, just like you would if you are, gonna carve a pumpkin. You just want kind of the stringy stuff to be pulled from the side and leave this nice thick skin. That's actually the part that you're going to be eating and making your pumpkin pie with. Gonna carve a pumpkin. You just want kind of the stringy stuff to be pulled from the side and leave this nice thick skin. That's actually the part that you're going to be eating and making your pumpkin pie with. All right, let's get scooping. Now's the time to have the kids help you. If they are always in your kitchen wanting to do something, this would be a great thing for them to do. All right, you don't have to get crazy about it. You just want the majority of it out. We're gonna do this to both halves. These amazing little pumpkin seeds, if you can pick them up, You can take these and rinse them off and dry them and roast those in the oven with a little bit of pumpkin pie spice on them. Oh my goodness, what a great snack. Maybe we'll do that. All right, let's get the second one cleaned out. Next, you want to take, you can use a cookie sheet, a roasting pan, whatever you have. You need sides on it, but they don't have to be deep sides. You're just going to put a little bit of oil on there, and there is some liquid that may come out. It's probably not going to be a lot, and it's probably going to dry up in the oven. However, better safe than sorry. So any type of a flat pan like this, I'm going to take just a little bit of olive oil because it has a nutty, subtle flavor. It's not going to interfere at all with our pie. I'm going to put it in there. Just rub it around the bottom so that you have a nice coating on the bottom. It's going to help the pumpkins so that they don't stick to the pan. Gotta wash my hands now. Okay. Next, and this is kind of an important step, you want to prick the top of the skin, so the hard part of the pumpkin. Just put a couple of holes in it because we're going to put these face side down, and you want the steam to be able to come up through the skin and escape. Please be careful during this part because your pumpkin may be slippery at this point on the outside. You can use a fork if your skin is soft enough to pierce, but probably a knife is your best bet. All right, that's all there is to it. We're gonna set them cut side down on the pan. And we are going to pop them in the oven. I'm using my wood cook stove because it's going, so I might as well take advantage of it. But you can also do this in your conventional oven. You would just want to set the heat, preheat your oven rather, to 400 degrees. Pop it in there, and I'll show you how to tell by sight when it's fully cooked. It's probably going to take a half an hour, depending on the size of your pumpkin. It is time to take our pumpkins out of the oven. So how do you know your pumpkin is ready to come out of the oven? Let me show you. When your pumpkin is ready to come out of the oven, it may have some brown spots on it, it may even be charred looking, but can you see? It's very, very soft and squishy. That is done. It's hot too. Ooh, look at that. What you want to see is pumpkin that you can just scrape off. This pumpkin is cooked well. I'm going to let the pumpkin cool down a little bit and then I'll start scraping it out. As soon as you can handle it and it's comfortable for you, you can start scraping, or you can wait until it is completely cooled down, whatever makes you happy. All right, so once you have your pumpkin in your bowl, you just want to take your spoon and mash it down well. All right, at this point you could put your pumpkin into a blender or a food processor and really puree it so it's silky smooth. That would make a beautiful pumpkin pie. I don't worry about it. I like kind of a rustic, that's how I bake, that's how we eat. So if you would like to go top notch, you put that in a blender, blend it down, puree it. If not, you just be satisfied with what it is and move on to the next step in our amazing pumpkin pie. Now it's time to make the pie. 2 cups of our pre-cooked pumpkin puree. A 1/4 cup of brown sugar. A 1/4 cup of molasses. Three eggs. Farm fresh are the best. One cup of evaporated milk. A 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. One teaspoon of ground cinnamon. That's a 1/2. And another 1/2. A pinch of nutmeg. And a pinch of ground cloves. Time to stir. Break your eggs so that they get incorporated. You want to stir it well, especially to make sure that you don't see any more egg that's separated from the rest of the batter. It's a pretty runny batter at this point. Okay. Let's pour it into our pie shell. I'm going to stop there. This pie plate's a little smaller than normal, and we definitely do not want our pie overflowing. Out of the oven. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to making a delicious and tasty homemade pumpkin pie for your friends and family. I'm gonna pop in the ingredients so that you can see it, and I hope that you really enjoy this. Let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you try it. I want you to see how easy it is to home cook for your family. It makes you feel so good to know that your family and friends are eating something delicious and healthy that you've created. Thanks for joining us at Haven Acres in the Farm Kitchen once again for an easy meal that you can make for your friends and family. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. It all helps us. Thanks a bunch, and have a happy Thanksgiving.